we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. July 27th, 2017, Policy and Procedure Committee. Call the roll, please.
Barron?
Yes.
Bill?
Present.
Signott?
Present.
Sure?
Yes, present. Step down. Okay, are there any public comments this morning? Seeing none, we'll go to the committee chair report. Russell?
Highway this month looks like it's going to be fairly light right now in committee. We got one resolution for a small dollar amount to, which we had a resolution before, and this one for like $5,000 to help the township on a pipe up in Milks Grove Township, and we're going to have another resolution for another $3,000. Other than that, it will be just the monthly claims.
The 3,000 is in addition to the 5,000?
Yeah. We did not figure in the labor help on the project to put the pipe in.
That helps.
Yeah.
Lyle?
Management, do farm management issues, and make sure we're ready for the letting of the farm bid. And other than that, just regular reports, judicial, mostly regular reports, maybe touch on the ESTD, whatever, ordinance.
Okay, thank you. Dan? Planning and zoning?
We met twice this past month, and we put together a zoning ordinance for solar development. It passed out of committee. The board will see it this month, and our meeting that is regularly scheduled a week from tomorrow will be canceled.
Marvin?
We'll go over the regular committee reports, and then we will rehash the alleged problems with animal control.
Okay. We'll go to the EMA report. Eric?
My often proved for me to visit here from River Management. Trade Nation, in my attended hazmat awareness up in Blue Island, and that contributed overall to applying for my Illinois Professional Emergency Manager certificate. For that, I also took a number of independent online classes over this past month. Events, obviously we had the fair, and I had a stand out there, most of which was manned by my volunteers, so thanks to them for that. And I took a number of evening shifts and weekend shifts for that. The fair is also concerned because it's the most populous, mess tent event in our county typically, so we have that 9,000 people out there for security concerns. So I made sure that I was watching for any problems with that. Speaking of which, we had severe weather on the 20th of July that caused some damage to a shed owned by CPS Sheldon. The 21st, a funnel cloud was spotted on a storm that rolled through about 8 o'clock in the evening, but that caused no damage. Early in the morning on the 22nd, we had another storm roll through the whole county that caused county-wide damage, most of the trees and power lines, but it did cause some severe damage in Martinton. 2 roofs were torn off, and a couple of the homes sustained other minor damage. So I was out there for that. On the 23rd, we had some more storms, which caused some more power lines and trees down, and at least one more roof damage in Martinton that was torn off. A tree fell on that roof. I attended a planning meeting for the fair a week prior. I met with the road security, the fire out there, just made sure we were all up to speed with each other and working from each other. Made this last time in Milford. Project I've been working on in Emergency Operations Center Technology grants. I expect to turn that in today. After I got some feedback from the chairman. Thank you very much. one evening, me and my volunteers did some radio testing. My budget this year is some money to get some radio equipment, so I can get the radios moved down to the EOC in order to make sure we're spending money wisely, buying the correct materials, tested it first, and found some more problems, but found some good things to do. The budget, talk about things like that. We had a pipeline tabletop exercise for the LAPC. That went pretty darn well. Sticking out there. He got there about 6:10. Sorry.
Oh, pizza.
I know.
And you missed that because of the zoning meeting that night.
He had to go do his civic duty. He missed out on pizza. Thank you, Martin, for that. But the exercise went very well, and I look forward to upscaling that in the future. Like I said, it was a tabletop, so it's sitting around a table talking about it. But in the future, I'll sort of put some boots on the ground, and that was fun. And I started doing a monthly EMA radio drill. Just a quick call down with my volunteers across the county, and that gives a scope of what the capabilities and limits of our EMA radio talk office. So we'll be doing that every fourth Thursday. Upcoming, I have a couple normal meetings and drills. Next week I'll be hosting a monthly IEMA STARCOM drill. And then on the 10th, I'm going to a regional meeting for IEMA Region 7. And the 21st is the solar eclipse down in Southern Illinois. That's not going to affect us too much largely here, but I will say there's been a large planning effort on the state, throughout the state, for that event because it's going to create a massive congestion in an area where it's not designed to handle 300,000 people. So, I've warned our emergency responders along the interstate that they may be seeing no traffic, but we'll just have to see how that holds out. LAPC meeting on the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. and I need to get going on setting up another emergency management advisory committee meeting. I want to have at least 2 of those a year, and then to have it a couple months ago, but to do so, and just to have it.
Any questions for
I'd just like to say that I was very impressed with the organization of the meeting, how smoothly it flowed, how well organized it was, and the proper people were there to make the meeting a success. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. And the last thing you mentioned is proper people. That's probably the biggest thing. So I can be there, it sounds official.
I'm proper.
Okay, next on the agenda is a report on the upgrade to the PA system.
I hadn't moved any farther on that. It's moved by the full board, and I need to do that. It's just been past month. It's been a little hectic. So I will move forward with that as possible.
Okay. All right, next on the item is a discussion and recommendation to the ETSB regarding the appointment of an interim director. As everybody knows, the director has resigned. In order to keep that program moving forward, we need to appoint, we're not appointing, the ETSB is going to have to appoint an interim director. Mr. Devine has recommended that we discuss the matter and submit a recommendation to the ETSB. Further to that, Mr. Anderson and I have had some discussions with the sheriff about that. He's ready to undertake that position. So that's kind of where we're at. If there's any questions or discussions about it, now's the time.
You got somebody in mind? Do they have somebody in mind?
The sheriff.
Oh, okay. I guess I missed that.
Well, I said we...
I heard you were discussing with the sheriff, right? I guess I didn't
He's willing to accept that interim director.
And that doesn't become a conflict of any kind.
you know. Many counties in the state where the sheriff is the director of ETSB or dispatch. This would be something that, as I said, is the responsibility of the ETSB to make that appointment. It's something that is, the word interim needs to be underlined and clearly understood. Sandy Drake is going to continue on in that position, at least that's the plan. And she will probably be given some additional responsibility that will be up to the sheriff, or the interim director.
I guess maybe we get into this more in judicial, but since she was always doing so many hours, how badly is this going to make us short on people? Because the sheriff won't have the time to put the hours in on the radio, I wouldn't think.
He's not certified for that anyway, at the present time, that's my understanding. But that's an issue that's of concern, but it's an issue that there may be some more overtime on the part of the telecommunicators. However, from our understanding, from what has been reported, they have a full staff now. They have 2 people that are in training and ready to take on, so they'll be fully staffed. So that should reduce the overtime considerably. It doesn't completely eliminate it for sick time or vacation or any of those kinds of things.
You need a motion? I move to recommend the sheriff take on the role of interim director of dispatch.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Anderson seconds that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
If he's willing.
To get us through this immediate, the immediate future, and more than likely, once some appointments are made, that ESB board all down them as well, and have a discussion that we're have members right now on that board. So when we get those appointments made all down, they'll all be their decision. Just a minute on this, and I talked about Kyle and the chairman. My recommendation then was sit down and talk to the day-to-day operations of it. Sandy Drake going to do. She's been there 10 years. She's worked on that equipment. She knows how the system, the equipment side of the work works. And that ultimately what your director is supposed to do, or the coordinator is supposed to do. We've been fortunate enough over the last 17 years that became a combined dispatch. We had a director who started off as a telecommunicator, and so there are a lot of counties in the state who they have to have 2 separate positions. They have to have full-time ETSB coordinator that deals with the equipment side to make sure it's done updated and have no issues, and then they have full-time dispatch supervisor. We've been fortunate enough where we've had one person handle both of those for the last 17 years. But the one thing to keep in mind, and this is what I'll address as the ETSB board, is we've got next generation 991 coming down high, and we're under 3 years for these regulations and start being in place. And it is costing, and it's going to be a time-consuming thing. So whoever that record is going to be quite busy, and that's right. There's a benefit if you already have someone who's worked this for 10 years with the vendors, knows how it works. That should make it a little smoother transition once the next generation 991 laws start coming into effect. So for the time being, yes, as far as answering his question, as far as having a
get someone who has saying they do it, can be there to help out, and or supervise. I want to do that, they'll make their decision on where they want to go.
Okay. Any further questions or comments?
Makes sense.
Okay. Next on the agenda is a discussion and action on revising the county's vacation policy. Everybody has a copy of that in front of them. This was discussed at the last meeting. There were some questions about the way it was worded, and Anita's made some changes there. If you'd like to fill us in on those changes or the thought behind it, Anita.
I just took the discussion that we had, last month about both the accrual side and the usage not to exceed 4 weeks, the change, so in, the additional wording I put in, the only changes are what is highlighted there. So one sentence that just says, an employee's vacation leave accrual should not exceed 4 weeks at any time, and vacation time used cannot exceed 4 weeks at any given year. So that would cover both sides, which seems to be a concern last month. And then, again, allowing for a department head to overrule, which is what the board, or this committee was looking for. Any variance to the usage or accrual portions must be approved in writing by the department head. So those are the only changes I made to the vacation policy as it currently stands.
Any of the department heads have any comments about this?
Pretty straightforward and simple.
Motion to approve it.
Motion by Russell Bill to approve it. Is there a second? Mr. Barron, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, next is discussion and action on the travel expense policy. Again, there were some questions last month about that. Would you fill us in on the changes here?
Same thing, the changes to this policy are all highlighted in yellow for you. The issue was that the new law that came into effect January 1st indicated that had to have set maximum and have to have an agreed upon form, a single travel and expense form, and a municipality or county. So we went ahead and approved the form in January, I believe it was. We never updated our travel expense reimbursement policy to reflect the changes in those maximums. So this just adds those pieces to it. I added one line to the first paragraph under policy that says the maximum reimbursable lodging rate is $140 a night with $50 maximum daily rate for meals and all other miscellaneous expenses, including tolls, parking, etc. So essentially $50 a day for everything else, which I put right in the minutes of that January meeting. The next section, that paragraph, is from the state statute that is new wording. So the first part is meals will be reimbursed only with overnight stay or over 12-hour trip unless otherwise approved by the supervisor. That was discussion again last month from several department heads that wanted the ability to be able to make exceptions to that, so that's what that sentence does, is put that in. The next part is from the law. Liquor will not be reimbursed under any circumstance per Illinois state statute. No reimbursement is allowed to any board member, employee, or officer for any entertainment expense, including but not limited to shows, amusements, theater, sporting events, or any other place of public or private entertainment. That is a direct quote from the law. The only other thing I did on the second page there, under procedures, I added that very last phrase. We've always said that once the travel was completed, the employee needed to submit an expense reimbursement request within 5 days. I added the phrase utilizing the county's approved reimbursement form. And then I also, we never had the form as part of this policy, so I attached it. And then at the bottom, where it says meals reimbursed only with overnight stay or 12-hour trip, I added the phrase unless otherwise approved by the supervisor. Again, to reflect the discussion from that last month.
Okay, is there any questions or comments from the department heads regarding this? Eric?
Essentially, the 5 days you get a for LECC, the LEC bylaw that anytime members would be invited by the LECC board, they would go to county board approval. The LECC right now is meeting every other month. How should we handle that?
It actually says not to the board, it reads to the department head or supervisor.
Okay, that's right. Thank you.
Are there any other comments?
Thank you, Anita, for doing this.
I move to approve as presented. Dan Henman makes motion to approve as presented. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Marvin Lipstick, second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Illinois Bicentennial Initiative update. Are we going to ever hear anything back?
No answer to the telephone yesterday. I did hear something last week on the news that something is happening somewhere because there was a beer making contest going on. There's one, and I picked up part of it off of a television station to the south of here.
Beer making is a part of the...
Well, it was a beer making contest and it was part of the Bicentennial Initiative, so that's what they said. This is coming off the press, though, so it'll be interesting to see, which would be a great idea, because back in the old days, they did make beer, and we'll have to go taste it.
Okay.
But no response from the office.
Okay. I don't have any appointments to announce this morning. Correspondence?
So I take it that means there was no updates from the arbitrator?
No.
No updates from the arbitrator.
You just skipped right over it.
I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. Thank you. No updates from the arbitrator. Correspondence. Pass this around. This is the bill that came in.
I believe this is what we have budgeted.
Something that Mr. Raymond probably took.
They haven't took the money yet.
Are they requesting their disbursement?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting that, Mr. Levin, can you get that in?
There's no invoice number on them.
They don't have those, they just write a letter.
UCCI sent us a letter here announcing their meeting last Monday. As usual.
Last Monday's meeting. If I had seen it, I would have worked on that. Galena should have bought it out probably.
This is from Illinois, so I mean, I think every board member has gotten a copy of that, so. ECI announced their education seminar last Tuesday. For the Kankakee.
What do you think, 5 cents a bushel each day? Or is it 10, actually, it's the same.
University of Illinois Extension.
Did you see Princeton?
Does that relate to the levy request?
No, this is, oh,
The extension letter? She was supposed to get that in writing to me, and I didn't get anything from her yet.
Only thing from them is that also hasn't attended.
this looks like something that they hand out to the general public, tell them what they do that's really positive. And who takes credit for the program?
This one here has to do with census information. I'll get together with Lisa Fraser on that. It's up in the library. Next are the claims. Everyone has a copy of the claim sheet in front of them. Are there any questions or comments regarding the claims? Move to approve the claims. Moved by Stan Raymond to approve the claims. Is there a second? Lyle Barron, second. Call the roll, please.
Raymond?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Barron?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Sticknot?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Old business. Is there any old business to come before the committee this morning? Any new business? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
For a second. Second. Adjourn, second. All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.